So
at the time, it didn't
for now,
distract you that you watched it with two other dudes.
For now, I'm going to give it a 7. I want to rewatch this because I really liked what I seen, and I want to pay more
But there was
attention.
movement, so you couldn't see it.
No, like I said, there was just stuff going on around me that kept distracting me. And
Clearly of ADHD.
Maybe, yeah. I was gonna say, get on some Ritalin on Ritalin Saturdays. For real. I'm doing Adderall Saturdays, so.
And I didn't take any notes down just because, I wasn't that I was ill prepared. But this is because this movie was fucking hard to find. We couldn't find it.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, no streaming sites. You can't even rent it.
Well, I mean, Tim was supposed to bring it to you, but he totally forgot. And then
then I forgot after the convention.
Too lazy to
so you have to buy it on DVD.
So
eventually, there's going to be a Kodi app with
but naturally,
Vincent Price movies, especially.
That's because Randy's a collector snob and has almost everything Vincent Price, I'm sure.
With Kodi, they don't. This has nothing to do with the movie. We're done with the movie, right? Okay. We can't find this on Kodi, but there's Godzilla movies. You can only get I've only found 8 of them. There's got to be a classic movie fucking app on there. I'm not complaining to app makers or anything, but as a fan of Kodi and piracy,
I mean that all depends on who puts what on there, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It does, and then who gets caught? Because you said the Criterion stuff was on there for a little bit.
Well, that's
got
YouTube.
Taken down.
No, that's
it was even on Kodi too. There was a bunch of the stuff on Kodi that got taken down.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I think it just all depends on if people find it and get it, if they get caught with it or not.
Interesting. On to our next film.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck this. Fucking sexiest you've ever sounded.
Sexy.
You actually sound sexy. Go, Scott.
I think that I sound a little bit thin here.
I thought you were going to say sexier than... I thought this was a sexy battle.
I think you need to give me a little bit more bass or something.
I'm going to give you some gain.
I don't think I sound...
And I don't think the audience is gaining anything from Justin Rainey's gain. Scott!
Yes.
Oh my God, why aren't you...
I'm just checking. Okay, one thing. All right. Theater of Blood from 1973, directed by Douglas Hickox, starring Vincent Price as Edward Lionheart and Diana Rigg as Edwina.
Do they yell that? Do they yell that in that movie, Lionheart?
And Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Lionheart!
I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
That was just his nickname in that movie.
It was Name the Movie. It doesn't matter what it was. Someone might have yelled. If it's a nickname, they'd yell it like a frat boy. Lionheart! I swear to God, there's in the preview, someone looks at John.
Maybe. I mean, how many of those? Lionheart! How many of those fucking I'm in a fighting tournament movies did he do?
Fucking Kumite is awesome. Bloodsport, bro.
Kumite.
Dude, that was before UFC, and I was like, I want a fucking Kumite for real. And then it happens. It's awesome. Thanks, Dana White.
Yeah, you might recognize Diana Rigg. Some people may recognize her from Game of Thrones as Elena Tyrell, who is also is known as Queen of Thorns in that show. Oh. That's basically where I recognize her
the
from.
snarky old lady.
Yep. Theater of Blood is basically a story about Edward Lionheart, who is a Shakespearean actor who is basically, that's all he's ever done is Shakespearean plays, and his critics basically constantly criticized him for not going outside of his comfort zone and trying to do something else.
Yeah.
So when the award ceremony came up, they basically denied him and gave it to a younger actor, and he basically was pissed off and pretty much committed suicide, but the suicide obviously didn't take.
Basically, it didn't take.
I don't know how.
Oh my God. Basically.
I'm going off the top of my head here, but
the guy survived one fuck of a fall.
But if he comes back,
plummeted.
He comes back and hunts down every single one of the critics that scorned him, and basically kills them in different Shakespearean plays.
Yeah, according to scenes from different Shakespearean plays.
Yep.
No, I love the story and the plot. It's very fucking original. I was thinking, this is stupid, but I was thinking Cecil B. Demented. Did you ever watch that fucking?
Yeah, the Waters movie. Of course, I've watched that.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that had a lot of similarities as far as cinema and they're freelance and they're all about the cinema and they're
right.
Yeah,
recreating stuff.
Yeah, this is probably one of the more mean-spirited, violent films that Vincent Price has ever been in.
Yeah, I mean, Blood for Blood, it's probably the most violent of the movies that he had a starring role in anyway.
And like you said, this is one of his favorite roles that he's ever played because he can play so many characters.
Yeah, he really gets to ham it up, and not only in like the Shakespearean roles, but like as the hairdresser,
the hairdresser,
the fucking disco
hairdresser guy.
Yeah, the disco couple is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Vincent Price with an afro, fucking priceless.
Yeah,
that was great.
Playing a super effeminate hairdresser.
And there was one thing you told me to hold off till I got to my review here, but apparently this is where he met his third wife is on this film.
Oh, nice.
He ended up cheating on his second wife with
such a great guy.
Jeez, Vince.
We just sucked his balls the first fucking hour of the podcast, and we find out he's a piece of shit. That sucks.
That was basically his affair, and then he got married to her, and he was with her until I think she passed away, and then he passed away.
But he probably cheated on her too, though.
The story, basically, like I said, is him basically killing all these different people.
How many times are you going to say basically?
I'm stumbling here. All right, leave me alone. But the
kills in this are really inventive. My favorite one is probably the one where he feeds the guy his dogs.
Yeah, well, I was going to go
as the original Scott Tenorman, almost.
Yeah, because I was going to go through each one as, like, each kill I have written down the name of the play that it was from and everything, so...
Right.
The first kill was Julius Caesar's death with multiple stab wounds.
Where all the vagrants stab the guy.
Mm. Yeah,
that one's pretty vicious.
And it starts the movie off pretty much.
Yeah.
I actually had to stop and check to see if I'm watching the right movie because I'm like, I haven't seen Vincent Price yet. And
you saw him, you just didn't know it was him. He was the cop outside the...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just had no idea. Like, I thought I recognized his voice when he said something in the, like, as he walked into the room, but...
That wasn't too far into the film.
No,
that was like pretty much the very beginning.
Yeah, I was just confused. I'm like, this doesn't feel like a Vincent Price movie. I had to kind of double check. Then the next one was the Troilus and Cressida death.
Is that the one in bed with the surgery?
No, that's a couple down. This is the one where he stabbed the guy and then drug him by the horse.
Oh yeah, dragged behind the horse. Yeah,
that scene was pretty hilarious because it's after he had already killed the guy and then everyone's at his funeral, I believe, and he digs up the body and the horse drags his dead body past all the people at the procession. And then the other one was the bedroom surgery decapitation scene, which was based off of Cymbeline.
I love that when she wakes up and knocks his fucking head off. Like, the next setup shot was like
the guy's with a rug head on the rug.
Yeah, it was a rug underneath the thing, so he's obviously like.
That's probably my second favorite of the kills is the surgery one.
Yeah, and I love that scene with him, like when they're sneaking up to him and he does the whole doctor thing, puts his hands up so the guy can put his freaking gloves on for him.
Basin,
scalpel. just the way he was hamming it up through that, I was laughing so hard. You could just tell he's having a lot of fun with each one of these characters.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be the same dude through the whole movie, so he probably like loved that fucking movie, like filming that. He got to like display every single fucking Shakespearean to disco dude. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
He really got to flex on this one.
Yeah, and then I think this would probably be my favorite one is the death based off the Merchant of Venice, where it's
the Shylock
pound for
one.
pound.
Yeah.
And I love
that.
Pound
it was
flesh, no more, no less.
And I love that where he cuts the heart out, weighs it on the scale. He's like 2 pounds, so he cuts off a little bit. 16 ounces.
Oh,
perfect.
17 ounces. And
he said it way more elegantly too.
No, yeah, I can't speak like
Man,
Vincent
that was the whitest version of Vince Price.
You seen my skin? I'm white as fucking. I'm an alabaster.
I don't understand how.
Shush, just move on.
It was too white.
Just move on.
Just never mind.
Too white of an impression for Vincent Price. He's too like rednecky white nerd.
Oh yeah.
And then the next one would be the Richard III death.
The fencing one.
Nope, drowned in a barrel of wine.
Oh yeah,
Now that was probably my least favorite of all of them, but I like it because he's basically letting them know right before he kills them, like, oh yeah, this is who I am. I'm Edward Lionheart. And
that one's a good one, and they kind of ripped it off. And Jason takes a boat ride when they kill.
Oh yeah,
what's his name?
The barrel of toxic waste.
And the guy that they kill in Jason Takes a Boat Ride is in The Offspring or From a Whisper to a Scream with Vincent Price.
Oh.
Okay,
yeah.
I was wondering what you were talking about. And then the next one after that was the Romeo and Juliet duel scene with the trampoline fencing.
Yeah, the
fencing.
That
was funny as hell.
That's a good one, with the foil.
Oh, the stuntmen had free range to not like try and look like anyone that is like fucking covered with those fencing masks jumping on trampolines.
Yeah, that looked like it would be just a fun one to film. Just bouncing around
and Vincent Price didn't have to do that. That's pretty cool.
The one where he tricks the critic into murdering his own wife is pretty good.
Yeah, I think that one was...
I think that's the next one, isn't it?
Yeah, Othello.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then he walks out after he convinces the guy to kill his own wife. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Sultry is murdering his wife.
And the Scottish, like the kind of bad Scottish accent.
He just walks away and lets the cops go up there and take him away. And then they even mention, like, why didn't he kill him? Well, it's even worse to be put in prison for killing your own wife or whatever.
Well, they said that he'll be put to death anyway.
Yep, and then the next one after that was the Henry...
The hairdresser one.
Yep, the Henry VI one where he's at the...
When he's Butch the hairdresser.
And it's an electrocution scene.
Yeah, with the electric hair curlers.
And yeah, him as the effeminate freaking hairdresser was... you just had me laughing throughout this whole movie. It's a dark comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The next kill is my favorite.
Titus Andromachus.
Yeah, where he feeds the guy his own dogs in the fucking pot pie.
Yep, even if you didn't say what that movie was from, or what that scene was from, I would have recognized that one because I watched the Titus movie with Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was
his children.
Yep, feeding him his children, but which basically was his dogs because he was just kind of like in love with his dogs. But yeah, that one was gross. Just the up close on his face when he's putting the funnel in his mouth.
Yeah, but you can stick your tongue on the funnel and play dead.
Right. Well, I mean, it just looked gross though with the food coming out.
You can't force somebody to eat like that with a funnel. You just cover up the bottom so they don't fuck.
Well, unless he shoved it all the way.
I love the line. He's like, I guess he didn't have the stomach for it.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's got like a bunch of like silly one-liners and just that's really goofy.
It was the original Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But then the final one that basically this is the one that didn't pull through, but is the King Leo scene. With the daggers going in the eyes. But yeah, this one gets foiled and he ends up having to run away.
He doesn't run very far, though, just to the roof.
And it's after his... this is when you find out that his daughter's been helping him the whole entire time.
Yeah. Dressed up as a dude.
Yep, dressed up as the dude that was helping him with the gloves.
Which is kind of interesting because it's a reversal on the way that Shakespearean acting was done, where they had like men dressing up as women.
If you can't tell, like I live in a dangerous neighborhood. I wouldn't have it any other way. I need to test myself.
Gotta live on the edge, man.
Ken lives in Clio, and it's like the safest place in the world.
I found my safe space. I am the official
I don't
snowflake.
think that there's ever been a violent death in Clio.
Yeah, there has. Yeah, this dude fucking shot his wife. Well, I know the dude. Well, I don't know the dude, but I know a dude who knows the dude. Lance knows the dude, and his dad fucking caught his wife cheating, killed her, and then blew his head off right in front of the kids.
That's pretty cool.
That's in Clio.
Huh.
And then there was a rapist down in the park over here, John Hall.
Yeah, I remember that.
John Hall. And then there was like this clown guy running around one summer.
The John Hall guy, but
it's dangerous here. It's really dangerous.
Didn't he kill someone as well?
No, he raped girls.
Oh. Well, wasn't there someone from Clio that also killed someone?
Yeah, I know this kid named Tony Orr. He killed... shout out to Tony Orr, if you're back in civilization. But him and his buddies, two older guys, he was my age, and these older dudes were...
This is not the person that I was thinking of.
Okay, well, these dudes were older, and he looked up to those dudes. I didn't like those dudes. And then they fucking went and robbed this dude right behind Hickory Bean Block right here. Mm-hmm. Down that side road, and they snuck into his house, waited for him to get home, and killed this old guy for $9 and an electric razor.
That's pretty rad.
They were hoping he was old, so he had money. He had $9.
So
Vincent Price.
I'm completely derailed.
The cops show up.
Oh, and he
to the
shows
theater,
up,
and
he catches the theater on fire.
Yeah, one of the vagrants bashes his daughter in the head with his acting trophy that he wanted so very badly.
Did we talk about the scene where he met the vagrants? Where he's in mud?
Where they save him after the suicide?
Yeah, that was during the fencing match where he had that flashback.
Yeah, he was telling them the flashback.
Yeah, where they drag him out
the
of
vagrants
river
are the
after
ones
the
that
suicide attempt.
And then basically restored him, and then they're
restored him. He became their leader, like no problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say they basically became his audience that he performed for, and they helped him with pretty much every one of these kills. And then he after his daughter gets knocked unconscious, which I guess ended up killing her. He ends up carrying her body and climbing up the building and getting to the top, and I think he falls to his death.
No, he jumps through. He dives to his death,
and that's the end of the movie. But yeah, it's kind of a short review on this one. But I mean, there's not much to it besides like the unique kills, and it's just a simple plot.
I just
Well, that
like,
became.
revenge
I
story.
like that he has a kill list, and you get to fucking see every single one.